for our continent. And from the groundbreakers to the game changers, the Forbes Women Africa Leading Women Summit was a prestigious and obviously a premier event that promised a day of inspiration, of celebration, and above all, proper woman empowerment.
Yes.
And our own Ayanda Jitabete was lucky enough to attend. So let's take a little gander.
The time has finally arrived. The Forbes Women Leading Women Summit is back for its milestone 10th edition right here in Times Square, Pretoria. Bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever. Join me for a day full of inspirational, game-changing conversations and powerful women. Let's talk about Absa always having incredible partnerships. Why have you decided to partner up with Forbes this year for this beautiful event?
We are so excited to join the Forbes Summit 2025 this year because it's all about celebrating women in entrepreneurship, women in corporate, women in sport, and really bringing the continent together to understand how women are really going to be at the forefront of taking our continent into a successful space of where we are continuing to get to.
I think that partnership is great because they get us. Like, they really don't try to mold their partnerships to fit into one particular mold. And that's what I really respect and appreciate about working with them. They are great to work with.
Now, we all know that Absa is all about pushing these incredible initiatives. As summit goers like ourselves, what can we expect from this event from Absa?
Behind us, you can see this beautiful execution of really having a woman sport a beautiful red lip. Because when you sport a beautiful red lip, we know that you're showing your power of how you're going to take on the world. Not only that, we're asking the people that attend the event to take a picture with us, post it on our social media and theirs, and tell us their leadership story. Because we will choose a winner that will then be featured in Forbes, as well as on Expresso for a beautiful interview so we can hear their leadership story to inspire others out there in their leadership journey.
I think events like this are very important. I have found myself sitting here feeling so inspired. I think for long periods of time we sit here hearing the world tell us who we are, but it's so great to sit in a room full of African women, empowered women, telling their stories and just seeing ourselves in their stories. It's super, super inspirational. I mean, we've got Zozi here today who's walked this Miss South Africa journey before us, and so many other women in economics and investment, things that I am working towards. So being in a room like this, I think is just that reminder that our dreams are valid, our dreams matter, and that we can go for everything that we want to.
It will always be important for things like this to exist because we are nowhere close to bridging that gap of, gender inequality, gender equity. And so we should shout as much as we can. This is not even enough. The one day or the 2 days in a year where we get to do this is not enough. I feel like we need to do it every day in order to involve women and men as well in this fight for equity.
We talked a lot on the stage today about, how we can affect change in the community for women. And these are the type of events that bring us together, allow us to connect and all draw power from each other. And so that's extremely important.
My one message of empowerment is that the magic is in the doing. A lot of the time we live in a society that disqualifies, especially women, about what they can and cannot do. So being able to go after the things that you want relentlessly, that is a game changer. So anyone out there watching and just has an idea, has something that they want to go after, this is a sign to go after it relentlessly.
I think the kind of impact I'm definitely trying to leave, not only with the audience here, but with the people around me, is that as long as you have not taken your last breath, don't give up. Your story continues. The pen is still moving. You're still the author of your own story. You're still the main character in your story. So definitely continue to rise, continue to show up, and just don't give up.
I'm an African that was born in Lisbon, raised in Germany, and I now live in Boston. So I've never had the privilege to live in Africa. And whenever I come, I feel this connection that I never had anywhere else. So for me, growing up in these spaces that were so foreign to me, I always felt like, am I ever going to do something that amounts to something? So I just want to say to all the girls out there, yes, whatever you can see in your mental mind, it's possible. You just have to strongly believe and just do your best and just keep pushing and never give up. And setbacks are part of the journey.
And that's a wrap on an unforgettable day with Forbes Women Africa Leading Women Summit, a true celebration of power, fearlessness, and incredible women shaping the future. Let this be your reminder to continue breaking barriers and rewriting those rules.
Oh man, hey, when the crown fits, Ayanda G. Tabeta, they're fitting right in. And I'm going to say an extension on that, all the women working within this space, you are an example of that every single day. So thank you so much for being that. Well done to Absa and Forbes for shining the right kind of light.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Love that.